just let's get into the zone. Let the ones that come in later join us. And I want you to take in 3 deep breaths, beloveds. As always, in through your nose and out through your mouth with sound, please. And we are now calling upon Archangel Sandalphon to please come and ground each of us into our Earth Star chakras. Please bring up the highest light available for each one of us. And now feel this chakra 12 inches below your feet beginning to glow with silver light. So powerfully, so strongly that you can feel it in the soles of your feet. And we are now requesting him to please also create a group grounding platform for all of us that are on the call right now, and to include all that will be doing the replay. Asking him to now create a 5D bubble around us all individually. And even as this happens for us, we ask him to do the same for Mother Gaia. We ask him to do the same for all of us as a group right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And we will now invoke beloved Lord Ganesha, Mahaganpati, Gangansu, to please come and clear all obstacles for all of us on the call today. Please help each and every one of us to be able to absorb and take in all the sacredness, all the blessings, all the activations that this meditation will bring with ease and grace into our beings. Clear all obstacles that will not allow this to happen. And we now invoke him by calling out to him. Join me. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And beloved, beloved Gangansu has sent many, many, many of his elephants ahead of us. Literally like laying out a red carpet for each and every one of you today. A path that is strewn with flowers. So be prepared to be blessed. And also, always, beloveds, we would also like to state that we do this meditation, this practice for the welfare and benefit of all beings and all life everywhere, including our own. May we know the peace of accepting the truth of reality as it is. May we know the security of having our intentions arise from unconditional, boundless love. May we know the freedom of renunciation, which liberates us from greed. May we know the joy of living skillfully for the benefit and welfare of all beings and all life everywhere. May all beings and all life everywhere be free of delusion, suffering, and dissatisfaction. May all beings and all life everywhere be loving, peaceful, compassionate, abundant, and joyful. And so today, beloveds, is a beautiful day, a day when the divine Lord Krishna was born, and the day of the advent of Maa Kaali. And Krishna has unlimited names, but we are going to call upon him with his most popular Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And now we are going to give you a brief description. He is a beautiful youth with a glowing complexion, the color of rain clouds. He plays a flute, attracting the hearts of all. His cheeks are brilliant, his smile enchanting. He wears a peacock feather in his curly black hair and a flower garland around his neck. His beautiful garments are the color of lightning. His toenails resemble the light of the moon. And even if it were possible to count the atoms after smashing the earth into powder, still it would not be possible to estimate the unfathomable transcendental qualities of the Lord. And in Taoism and Buddhism, there is a saying that all the forms that we see in this world come from the formless void. It is true. The ocean of light, the formless ocean of effulgence, is the source of the temporary forms in this world. The source of this formless ocean of effulgence or Brahma effulgence is the spiritual form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The ocean of light is the effulgence of the beautiful personal form of the Supreme Person, Sri Krishna, who says, I am the basis, the source of the impersonal Brahma, which is all pervading. And the name Krishna means the all attractive person, so complete and compelling is Krishna's attractiveness that when Krishna sees his own reflection, he becomes transfixed in his own beauty. Krishna meditates upon himself. Krishna's beauty is such that it mesmerizes Krishna himself. And now, beloveds, see, sense, feel, or imagine that you have arrived in the divine abode of Sri Krishna, Vrindavan, and create in your minds a picture of all the beautiful things that you would like to see in Vrindavan. The lush greenery, the huge eucalyptus and banyan trees, cows grazing on the meadows, far and wide, birds chirping, the peacocks calling, and a stream flowing lethargically like a well-fed snake. And as this is the holy divine abode, everything here has a special significance. the warm fragrance of the divine trees wafts into your nostrils and elevates your senses to a new level. And now start walking in the lane lined by trees. Watch the branches gently sway to the tunes of the divine breeze. And as you take a stroll, your ears are instantly captivated by a hypnotic melody being played over the hills and far away. Deeply attracted and mesmerized by the divine tunes, imagine yourselves being magically transported in the direction of the tantalizing notes. And you wonder who could be playing such a wonderful instrument, and realize that this divine music is being played by none other than beloved Sri Krishna. And you are now running in the direction of the music, stumbling over mounds, wading through ankle-deep water and across the green meadows, disturbing the cattle's peaceful grazing and throwing their rhythm out of gear. Unmindful of this, your senses are now firmly attached to the harmony still flowing generously across the lowly hills. The tunes get closer and sweeter. Your heart beats faster, but you still can't see him. And you plead with him now to show you a glimpse of his true self. His divine melody has all but captured your breath. And you now pray at his lotus feet to shower his grace upon you, so that you may see his divine form. And now you gather yourself and keep moving in the direction of the soothing notes. And accompanying the melodic flute is the graceful tune emanating from the anklets of Sri Krishna. Unable to comprehend or digest the sweetness of this divine music, you feel enthralled and move as though pulled by powerful chords. And your eyes now scan the horizon as they fall upon the mighty and divine river Yamuna, flowing silently across the fields of maize, corn, and wheat. The crystal clear water attracts your attention, but you remain unmoved. And now As your gaze reaches the divine Kadam tree on the banks of the river, you see standing on the tender grass, wearing a yellow top cloth, pitambar, and holding the flute in both his hands, is beloved Sri Krishna. Your eyes cannot believe that Sri Krishna is indeed in front of you, playing the most hypnotic and enchanting melodies. Sri Krishna gestures you to come closer. Tears roll down your eyes as you are drawn closer to him like a moth is to a flame. And behold the Lord in this most sacred and holy moment of your life. You have been blessed and graced with the greatest of all boons and the most expensive of all treasures there is or will ever be. For you have a private audience with the Lord Himself. And you are now witness to Sri Krishna's Roop Madhuri, or the nectar flowing from his divine form, due to which the Lord of Lords appears as the most beautiful and handsome. As you lift your head and look into his eyes, pouring with love, and a gaze that pierces your heart with 1,000 arrows of Cupid, tears of joy cascade down your cheeks. Your voice is choked, your throat is dry, and your eyes now fall upon his admirable crown made of peacock feathers, perched so perfectly on his tender head. The feathers, fluttering in the gentle breeze, appear to fan his soft and curly hair. Your eyes are drawn to his perfectly carved eyes that resemble that of a peacock. You are now looking at the prominent tilak on his forehead, placed so expertly. And Sri Krishna is wearing a divine garland made of the choicest of divine Jayanti flowers, whose fragrance now fills the air around you. Absolutely delightful. Every flower in the garland seems to reach out towards Sri Krishna's nostrils, trying to impress him with their exotic effervescence. He is decked in the choicest of jewelry and the exquisite Kaustubh Mani. Sri Krishna looks extremely mesmerizing. He is clad in yellow clothes, held in place around his tender waist by a gold band. He wears a silver anklet that sings as he steps towards you. The sound of the anklets rings in your ears like a symphony of 100 musicians, elevating your joy to unknown heights. And Sri Krishna now plays the flute just for you, drowning you deeper in the bliss of divine love. Slowly and steadily, you move towards his feet and just sit there gazing up at him as he stands tall above you. You watch the grass gently support his tender feet and go head over heels to massage them. Every blade of grass feeling blessed. Everything and every being that you see around you is doing its best to be of service to Sri Krishna. And your concentration is now on his feet as you thank him for this most fortunate event in your life. And so pray to him to grace you so that you will always be in eternal service to the divine. Realize yourself to be the humblest of all souls and simply ask for your devotion to increase, to whether it be to source, the universe, whatever form of divinity appeals to you, beloveds, or even if it's the formless. Ask for your devotion to the path of truth and divine love. Be steadfast and unwavering. Open all of your heart and fill it with this overflow of devotion that he is evoking within you. And Sri Krishna now comes up to you and lifts you with both his hands, and now takes you into his embrace. When you thought that the ultimate joy had been attained, he now fills your heart with more divine love, bliss than you could have ever experience. Feel the light, the effulgence of his being now, merging with every pore of your being, beloveds. Feel utter bliss and unity. The tears in your eyes may have now formed a constant stream that are just cleansing your heart. Allow, allow, allow. As he now starts pouring into you through his being, pure golden light, the light of his Akarshan Shakti, his powers of attraction, enhancing your abilities, beloveds, to create, manifest, and attract into your life all the wonderful experiences and things that you desire. And so now feel these energies moving into your chakras. Feel it in your base. Pure golden light swirling in your base chakra. Rising up, coming into your sacral, coming into your navel, your solar plexus, your heart, going into your throat, your third eye, your crown, your causal, your soul star, your stellar gateway, flowing into your fields, purifying you, filling you with bliss, filling you with joy, so that you are a magnet for all things divine, for all things joyful, blissful to happen to you, for you, in your life. And continue to be in his embrace as we tell you a little story. Once Ayan Ghosh, Radha Rani ji's so-called husband. Radha Rani ji is Lord Krishna's divine feminine counterpart. And so once her husband became doubtful that she was cheating on him. So one night when Radha went to meet Krishna, he followed behind them to try and catch them red-handed. But Krishna, the all-knowing, was aware of his plan, and when Nayan came near, he took the form of Kali, so that it appeared that Radha was engaged in secretly worshipping the goddess in order to benefit her husband and his family. And in the last 500 years, Shakti sadhaks of Eastern India have composed many songs and poems that were composed in honor of this united form, which was named Krishna Kali. Radharani's love and her devotion to Sri Krishna transcended marital ties. Radharani, a model devotee, symbolizes the human soul and its longing for God. Her willingness to break the rules of duty, dharma, exemplifies her devotion. And it is said that Shiva once, being pleased with Parvati, said to her, "As Shama, the dark goddess, who is Kali and Shakti, you have taught me love. You have danced atop me, forced me to open my eyes, and turned Shav, a corpse, to Shiva, the awakened one. Grant me the chance to do the same for you." And so the goddess asked Shiva to descend on the earth as the fair Radha, whose love and pining would make her descend as the dark one Krishna. And now, as Sri Krishna moves away from you, see, sense, feel, or imagine him turning into a beloved Maa Kaali. Feel her presence. It is not necessary to fully see her, but to experience her qualities, her strength, her love, her blessing, the ability to melt obstacles, mental static, and feelings that limit your inner freedom. Feel that an energy of blessing, filled with strength, love, and wisdom, arises from her heart in a stream of blue light and is now entering your heart. Feel Maa's light and blessings purifying your heart of fear and anger. Imagine her drawing all negative emotions out of you and dissolving them like so much smoke. Feel her burning all limitations and karmic veils, bringing transformative strength, purifying your inner body, all your chakras, awakening the Kundalini energy. Feel yourself now letting go of outmoded structures, all egoic tendencies. Maa Kaali is the goddess of time, change, and destruction. She is the energy current inside of you that is wild, empowered, and all loving. Allow Mother to help you, beloveds. Allow her to tear things up inside you. Allow her to show you what is needing to die inside of you. All self-limiting beliefs or attachments to the past that prevent you from moving forward. These deaths then create a fertile field for growth and creation of the new. See the Mother, young, beautiful, and she is standing on the supine, ash besmeared body of Shiva, who looks up at her adoringly. Shiva, absolute consciousness, ever blissful in its own glory. Kali is consciousness in motion, the overflowing joy that projects, sustains, and withdraws the universe. Consciousness and its power are one and the same reality. And with her lower right hand, the four-armed Maa Kaali displays the Varada Mudra, the gesture of boon giving. Her upper right hand makes the Abhay Mudra, reassuring us to have no fear. Her upper left hand wields the bloodied sword of knowledge. This is a capacity we can call upon to cut through all appearances and perceive the underlying reality. It is the power of mental discrimination or vivek, essential to spiritual practice and growth. From Kali's lower left hand dangles the freshly severed head of a demon, and this represents the human ego, the small false sense of individual selfhood that binds us to this world. It is our crippling limitation. And once it is out of the way, awareness expands to infinity. We become one with the divine and are liberated. Kali's nakedness signifies her boundlessness. Nothing can contain her, who is infinite. Her loose, flowing hair also represents freedom. In this case, the freedom from social convention, from all the conditioning that has been imposed on us and that we impose on our own minds. Our true nature is unconditioned consciousness, Nirgun Chaitanya. And another symbol of freedom can be found in the girdle of severed human arms that circles her waist. This represents the divine power to cut through the bonds of karma. It is the power inherent in our own consciousness, a freedom of choice in the moment that can also be taken as a sign of divine grace. And around her neck, Maa Kaali wears a necklace of skulls. All appearances to the contrary, this is a symbol of creative power. It is the Varnamala, the garland of letters. Each skull represents a sound of the Sanskrit alphabet, a particular manifestation of energy. And physics tells us the same thing, that the universe is nothing but energy vibrating at different frequencies and levels of intensity. And the result is this palpable world of name and form. The imagery of the skulls also reminds us that all created things pass away. Vibration is movement, and everything in the universe is constantly changing. Change is not possible except for time, and Kali is also time, the relentless devourer that in the end swallows up all things. Kali invites deep contemplation, and that leads to ever deepening insight. She represents supreme non-duality, for she is none other than Brahman. At the same time, the duality of this world is nothing other than her own self-expression. So feel, beloveds, now only an endless, radiant ocean of consciousness. Experience this as a steady flow of undiluted bliss, coming into all of your beingness. Your entire aura is flooded with bliss. Your chakras are flooded with bliss. Your axiotonal lines are flooded with bliss. Your meridians are flooded with bliss. Your every system is flooded with bliss. Your every organ is flooded with bliss. Your every gland is flooded with bliss. Your DNA, RNA strands are flooded with bliss. Your chromosomes are flooded with bliss. Your mitochondria are flooded with bliss. Your stem cells are flooded with bliss. Your master cells are flooded with bliss. Your every cell, molecule, atom, electron, and subatomic particle, and all the spaces in between are flooded with bliss. And this bliss is in your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your etheric body. All of you now, only pure bliss, beloveds. And so Kali has revealed herself as the absolute, from the absolute to the relative, and from the relative to the absolute. Kali represents the power of transformation for us who wrongly think of ourselves to be mere mortals. She holds out the promise of transformation from the human to the divine. And she now turns into Sri Krishna, again flashing his bewitching smile at you. And even as you are taking in this sight, you see the Mother Kali appearing as the left side of his being, forever merged as Krishna Kali. Just drink in their combined energies. Allow it to flow into you, beloveds. Pure blue, pink, and white. Breathe deeply and allow for this holy light to merge within you and to begin to balance the divine feminine and masculine energies within your being. And even as this is taking place within you, beloveds, we are requesting Now for this beautiful, holy, sacred combination of energies of unification, transformation, and bliss to come down upon our entire planet, inundating her and all life upon her. Let all experience the expansion of their consciousness through the joy and bliss of this divine effulgence of light, and feel, see, sense this light coming down onto all the matrices, the grids of Mother Gaia, flowing down into her atmospheres, her gas belts, all of Mother's chakras, all of Mother's surfaces, her ley lines, all of her waters, every man, woman, child, being, and kingdom of earth, water, air, all soaked in this divine light of bliss, of love, unconditional, divine grace. See the light going into Mother's crust, her mantle, going into her core, even deeper into Mother's heart, till every cell of Mother is just blazing with this light. And now there are trillions upon trillions of unicorns coming onto the planet, lending their light. Trillions upon trillions of the Christed Syrian dolphins adding to this light. Trillions upon trillions of the most beautiful rainbow colored peacocks coming in, lending their light, their rainbow light onto the planet. Their feathers flying and landing upon every man, woman, child on their heads, just like Sri Krishna has one. All being blessed. Bask in this ocean of bliss and joy. As they speak, together we are pure, and we shall never leave you even for a moment. We are always with you and in you. Think of us always, and you shall be eternally blissful. And those of you who wish to may go forward and touch the feet of this divine being. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Continue to breathe deeply, beloveds. Experiencing the bliss and the joy still very much present in, through and around being. And it is time now to give our gratitude to beloved Mahaganpati Gangansu. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude to all the unicorns that came forth. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude to all the Christed dolphins, bringing even more joy. Unicorns bringing even more purity. And the peacocks with their beautiful rainbow colored feathers, making sure that that bliss is always within reach, on our heads, in our minds. It is just a thought away, a choice away, beloveds. Gratitude to Archangel Sandalphon, to beloved Mother Gaia. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude for allowing us to experience such bliss, such sacredness, such joy. Gratitude to all of your higher selves, beloveds. All of your teams, archangels, angels, masters, guides. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Source bless all of creation, all of you, your family, friends, colleagues, loved ones, pets, all. I love you. And whenever you feel ready, you may open your eyes, beloveds.